Hey guys, welcome to your full body reformer flow class. Today what we need is our box, so make sure you have that box nearby, and we will change our springs first to one medium spring. So pop on your medium spring, and then once you've done that, we're going to warm up through our bodies to get started. Today we're going to come to stand by our reformer. Doesn't matter where you are, just bring your feet hip width distance apart, standing up nice and tall. Big breath in, we're gonna reach those arms up to the sky, circling them out wide. Exhale, can you throw it all away? Bring the arms down by your sides, slowly start to drop the chin down towards the chest. We're gonna find a nice slow roll down to the ground. Vertebra by vertebra, we roll it down, soft bend through those knees, reaching those fingertips down towards the ground. Big breath in, exhale, let's slowly start to roll it all the way back up. Take it nice and slow. Last thing to lift is that head. Inhale, let's circle those arms up to the sky again, reach through those fingertips. Exhale, circle them all the way back out wide. This time we drop the chin down towards the chest. Let's start to think about scooping that belly in, rolling it down, lifting that belly up and away from those thighs. Keep that nice soft bend through those knees. Down at the ground, we're going to grab a hold of our elbows. Let's find a little swing right to left. Just releasing out through the backs of those legs. Release out any tension you've got stored in that body. Maybe nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. Send those arms back down to the ground, and let's slowly start to roll it up again. Think about scooping that belly in, lightly switching on those cores. Rolling up to the top. Well done. Let's find some big shoulder rolls. Sending those shoulders back. And the other direction, bring them forward. Beautiful. Let's turn to face back towards our reformer. Now I'm on my left side of the reformer, so it might make sense for everyone to come to this side. Let's bring our left foot down by that little dial of the foot bar. Hands to the foot bar. Let's bring that right toe up against those shoulder blocks. Right knee to the carriage. Keep your left foot down, and let's just slide that carriage out. Finding that nice release, big stretch. Opening those hips. Feeling that release through your legs, and maybe carefully rocking back onto that left heel so we can straighten out that left leg. Beautiful. Carefully close that carriage back in. Let's come through center, both knees on that carriage, toes up against the shoulder blocks. Let's keep our hips high and slide that carriage out, dropping our chest down towards the springs, really pushing that foot bar away, hips staying high. So we're in our puppy pose. Feel that beautiful stretch through your spine, and then let's drop those glutes down towards those heels, untuck those toes. Find your child's pose. Again, pressing that foot bar away. Reach through those arms. Feel that stretch through your upper body. Beautiful. Let's close that carriage in, stepping our right foot down by the side of the reformer. Left toes up against the shoulder blocks. Let's slide that carriage out. Beautiful. Feeling that stretch, that release. And then maybe gently rocking back onto your right heel, lengthening that right leg out. Just warming up our bodies for our movement here. Find a few more breaths where that stretch feels nice. And then we will carefully close our carriages back in. Well done. Now we are ready to get started. Can you grab your box? So let's pick up our boxes and we're going to place them into our short box position. So longest side of the box is up against our shoulder blocks. Let's come to find a seat on our box facing towards our foot bar. Now, I did say that we're all on a medium spring. I just want to reiterate that if at any point the spring choice for you doesn't work, please make sure you can, or please know that you can change it. So if something's feeling a little heavy, drop it down to a yellow on that second level or a light spring on that second level. Or if something's feeling a little bit light, you could always put the blue, the medium spring, on that second level too. So just remember you have options. Listen to your body. Make sure you're never straining, pulling, or hurting yourself. So keep that in mind throughout the entire class. Now, when we're ready, we're going to turn to face towards our foot bar. We're going to lift our heels up against that box. Feet are parallel, hip width distance apart. Now, we need our core switched on here. Let's carefully use that foot bar to help us to lift our way up to a standing position. Find your balance, squeeze that core. If balance is not on your side today, you can lower those heels down to the carriage. So keep that in mind too. All right, we're standing up tall, zip up through those cores. Imagine you're putting on a tight pair of jeans. Hands to our chest to start. Roll those shoulders back. Big breath in. We start to send those glutes down towards that box. So sit back into a squat. Exhale, we're going to control it back up to stand. Beautiful. Inhale to prepare. We drop down low, find that squat, drop it down. Exhale, really press into that carriage, squeeze those glutes, stand tall. Inhale, sit back into your squat. Exhale, press all the way back up with control, squeeze those glutes. If you're feeling good, maybe arms are starting to reach by our ears as we come down low. And then they come back down to our sides as we stand tall. Inhale, drop it down. Bend those knees. Exhale, come all the way back up. We're taking this nice and slow and controlled. Again, if balance is not your friend today, drop your heels down to that carriage. Really well done. Inhale, drop it down low. Exhale, we come all the way back up. Well done. We're going to add on next time we come down. So we come down to our squat. We hold. Hands to the foot bar, thumbs going same direction of our fingers. Shoulders come over our wrists, squeeze that core. We start to press that carriage out to find our plank. Inhale, we bend those knees, draw that carriage to close. Sit back to your squat, and then we stand all the way back up. Well done. So inhale, drop it down to your squat. Stay low, hands to the foot bar, shoulders over wrists. Slide those legs long, find that plank. Inhale, bend those knees. Sit back to your squat. Exhale, come all the way back up. Lengthening out through the crown of our head as we stand tall. Inhale, come down low. Hands to the foot bar, shoulders over wrists. Press the legs long. Inhale, bend it in. Sit back to that squat before you stand. Exhale, bring it up. Really, really nice. Make sure that core is staying on the whole time. Working that stability. Bend it in. Sit back low and come all the way back up. Well done. Now we are going to stay down and just work that plank. Then next time we come down low. So let's stand it back up one last time. Big breath in. Let's sit back to that squat. Hands to the foot bar, shoulders over our wrists. We just press those legs long and in. Press the legs. Inhale, tuck it back in. Again, shoulders are not moving at all from over our wrists. Well done. Strong core. Thumbs going same direction of our fingers, so we're protecting our wrists. Nice long neck. Beautiful. Holding out in our plank. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it out, hold, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those cores, shoulders over wrists, holding strong for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Sit it back and let's roll out those wrists. Roll out those shoulders. All right, from here, let's very, very carefully come to turn to face towards the back of our carriage. So use that foot bar to help you. We're going to bring one foot to the platform, one foot staying on that carriage. So can we keep our left foot to the carriage and our right foot to the platform? From here, we swivel to turn towards the back of our carriage. Again, left foot is down on the carriage, right toes is pressing up on that platform. We're going to bring our hands down onto our box and we're going to bend through both our knees. So your left leg is going to be your supporting leg. We're going to bend through that knee, send those hips back so we have a nice flat back. So we're already down nice and low. Stacking our left knee over our left heel before we go anywhere. Big breath in to prepare. Exhale. We're going to press that carriage away, sending right leg long. And then inhale, we bend that knee, draw that carriage to close. So exhale, right leg goes long to slide carriage out. Inhale, we bend it in. So you'll notice we aren't moving that left knee. It's staying stacked over our left heel the whole time. Well done. Again, core is on. Make sure shoulders are relaxed. Okay, maybe that left hand can start coming behind our backs just to take away a little bit of that support. So right hand stays to the box. We're just sliding that right leg out and in. When you're ready, maybe coming up to those right fingertips. Soft launching our way into maybe having no hands on that box at all. Beautiful. If you're ready, when that carriage closes in, maybe both hands come behind our back and we start to do this with no hands to the box. So we slide that carriage out. Inhale, bend it in. All right, maybe those arms can start to reach long by our ears and then come back down by our sides as we close the carriage. So exhale, slide it out. Inhale, bring it in. Well done. Staying low through that left leg the whole time. Try not to stand up. Well done. Your left glute is probably yelling at you. You're doing it right. Slide it out and close it in. All right. We are going to finish with some scooters in 6. Stay low through that left knee. Meeting out with that carriage in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, slide it out. Carriage is out. We bend it in, we press it out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press, bringing those arms in by our sides as that carriage closes. Core stays switched on. Then we hold out in our lunge in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Hold it out. Hands come back to the box. We are still in that lunge position. Press your right toes firmly into that platform. Can you lift your left knee to your chest? Beautiful. Let's start to close that carriage in and send that left leg long back behind us. Beautiful. Can you slide it back out? Re-bring that left knee to your chest. And then inhale, we send that left leg back, squeeze into that left glute. Beautiful. Exhale, plank it out. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, send it back. So you need to bend through that right knee as that left leg goes long back behind us. Beautiful work. Shoulders staying over our wrists. Keep breathing. Squeeze into that left glute as that leg goes back behind you. Holding with our knee to our chest in 4, in 3, in 2, 1. Slide it out. Hold that knee to your chest for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Bring your left foot to the carriage. Use your hands on that box to pick up that right foot. Take a seat on that box. I've done it so I'm not facing you this time, sorry. All right, so right foot is to our headrest, left foot is to the carriage. Can you pick up that strap into your right hand? And then we'll bring it into our left hand. So left hand has that strap. Left hand is going to come in front of our right hip, and our right hand can just rest on our hip here. Now we are getting into some upper body here. If that medium spring is too heavy for your upper body, remember you can put on that lighter spring on that second row, or you can even do that lighter spring on the bottom row. Find what works for your upper body. Sometimes we need a little bit lighter, that is fine. Keep that in mind. Okay. Big breath in. On that exhale, can you send that elbow up to the corner of the room and then press that arm long. Inhale, bend, bring that hand back in front of your right hip. Exhale, we bend and press that arm long. Inhale, bend and release. So going for our draw the sword here. Now something to be super mindful of is a nice strong wrist. So make sure when that elbow goes up to the corner of the room, the knuckles, as we press, go back behind us, arm goes long, rather than twisting the wrist and sending the arm long. I hope you can see the difference. So just keep that nice, strong wrist. Shoulders staying back and relaxed, and eye gaze is following that hand. Well done. Building that nice, strong shoulder. We are only here for another 8 seconds. Keep breathing. Going for 6. For 5, shoulders staying back and down. 4, 3, 2, final 1. Can you hold that left arm long and strong, shoulders down. Holding here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, bring it in. Now we're going to keep that strap with us. Can we carefully swivel? So right foot is staying where it is on our headrest. We're going to use that box to carefully lift our left knee up to our box. Now find your balance here before you go anywhere. So switch on those cores and then let's carefully come up to a kneeling position. Grow tall through the crown of your head and really switch those cores on. All right, left arm is long, right hand to our hip, shoulders are back. Can we start to bend that left elbow, finding our bicep curl? And then inhale, control, release that arm long. Exhale, bend that elbow, draw that hand up towards your left shoulder. Inhale, release it with control. So working our bicep curl, and our core is working here to keep our bodies nice and stable. Well done. Now, if being in this kneeling position is not for you, that is totally fine. Sit your butt down on that box and keep both your feet to the headrest and still work that bicep curl. That is totally fine. Now we are working with control here, not using momentum. So avoid yanking and pulling on that strap. Use that mind-muscle connection through that bicep to make that movement happen. Can your thoughts come to that bicep making this move? Beautiful. Exhale, bend. Inhale, release. Beautiful work. Stay upright through your body. No hinging forward. Again, working with control. We are here for 8, 7, 6, keep breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Release the arm. Very carefully use your hands. Bring them to the box. So we're going to find a seat on our box with our feet to the headrest. Then let's pick up that strap into our right hand as well. So now we have both our straps. All right, arms are going long in front of us with our palms facing inwards. Rolling shoulders back. Big breath in. Exhale. We're going to send that left arm up to the diagonal, right arm down. And then inhale, we release the arms back long, palms come inwards. Exhale, right arm goes up, left arm goes down. Inhale, we release them back and long. Well done. So sending those arms out to their diagonal. Eye gaze is going to come down to that bottom arm. Well done. Exhale, press the arms out. Inhale, controlled release. Now, if you want to get a little bit into your core here, we can start to find a little bit of a lean to that bottom arm. Then control, we lift back up. So a little lean to that bottom arm, eye gaze comes down. Inhale, we release and lift. Well done. Let's keep those arms long and strong. So make sure you're not bending through those elbows. We want to get the full effect of this exercise. We're holding our arms out and long to their diagonal in 4, in 3, meeting at whatever diagonal you are up to, in 2, doesn't matter where you are, bring it out and hold arms long. Let's find that windmill. So just sending those arms up and down. Well done. They stay long and strong. Eye gaze still following that bottom hand. Well done. Relax those shoulders. You can do it. Keep breathing. We are here for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, keep going, 4, 3, stay with me, 2, and 1. Well done. Roll out those shoulders. Big release, shake out those arms. Now we have our right strap now, so we can get rid of that left one. So pop the left one away. We're gonna reverse that movement now. So right hand has our strap. From here, left foot is going to stay to our headrest. So we can carefully pick up our right knee and bring it up onto that box. So we are coming back to that kneeling position. Now again, if that kneeling position wasn't for you, stay seated, that's fine. Now, right hand has that strap. We're gonna bring that palm facing upwards, nice long arm, zipping up through our cores and rolling our shoulders back. Left hand can just be to our hip. Let's go back for our bicep curls. So exhale, bend that elbow. Inhale, release the arm long. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale, controlled release. Beautiful. Shoulders staying back and down. And remember, we really need that core stability to keep our body stable and upright. Nice balance challenge. Using our mind-muscle connection. Can we focus on this movement coming from our bicep, not from pulling or yanking that strap? Really well done. Let's take this nice and slow, not rushing it. Beautiful work. We are only here for another 8 seconds. Going for 4, for 3, for 2, final 1, and release. Well done. Keep that strap very carefully, lowering our glutes down to that box, straddling our box again. So right foot is on our carriage, left foot is on that headrest. Well done. Right hand is coming in front of left hip, left hand to our hip, rolling shoulders back. Big breath in, exhale, right elbow goes up to that diagonal, and then we press that arm long. Inhale, we bend and release. Beautiful. Exhale, we bend, press, and release. Again, we are focusing on that strong wrist here. So knuckles stay facing forward, and then they go all the way to the back of the room as that arm goes long. Rather than, again, I'll show you the difference, rather than yanking and pulling through that wrist. Well done. Shoulders are staying back and relaxed. Eye gaze is following our hand. Nice strong shoulders. Really well done. We are here for another 10 before we hold that arm reaching long. In 8. In 7. In 6. Nearly there. In 5. In 4. In 3. In 2. Final 1. We press and hold. Holding our arm nice and long, shoulders staying back and down. Eye gaze to your hand. We hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Bring it down. Let's hang up our straps, and we're going to roll out those shoulders and shake out those arms. Well done. Let's swivel off to the side so that we can very carefully come back to those lunges. Okay, so we're going to swivel back to our foot bar. Using that foot bar to help us, we're keeping right toes to the carriage. This time, left foot is coming to our platform. So let's use that foot bar to help us to come to stand. I just did a full circle. Okay, so right foot is to our carriage, left toes are up against the shoulder blocks. From here, we're bending into that right knee, stacking right knee over our heel, sending our hips back, nice flat back, shoulders relaxed, core is on. Both hands to our box to start. On our inhale, we prepare. On our exhale, we start to slide that carriage out. Inhale, we bend it back in. Exhale, slide left leg long. Inhale, control it back in. We are staying low through this right leg. Left leg slides long to get that carriage out, and then it bends to close us in. Perfect. Now, if you're feeling good, maybe that right hand can start to come behind our backs, taking away a little bit of that stability. Well done. Maybe we're starting to come to our left tippy toes now. Sorry, our left fingertips, not our tippy toes. Soft lunging that, no hands. Keep that control, keep those cores switched on. If you're feeling good, staying low, maybe both hands come behind your back. Let's press it out and control it in. Slide that carriage away. Inhale, bend it in. Maybe those arms starting to reach, coming by our ears, and then back down by our sides as that carriage comes back. Using that breath to help you, exhale, slide it out. Inhale, control it in. Using that breath to help you, exhale, slide it out. Inhale, bend it in. Now remember, we are low through that right knee. Doing so well. Keep your shoulders relaxed. If you're feeling shakes through your right leg, don't worry, me too. All right, we're gonna go for our scooters In 6, in 5, stay low, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide it out, hold, bend those elbows, close that carriage, exhale, press it out. Inhale, bend it in, exhale, press it out. Core stays on, right knee is bent. We are holding out in that lunge with carriage away from the stopper, hands to that box in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out, hands to the box. Beautiful, left leg is long, shoulders over our wrists, draw right knee to the chest. Inhale, slide that carriage in, send right leg back. Exhale, slide it out, knee to chest. Inhale, we close it in, squeeze that right glute, kick it back. Exhale, draw that knee to the chest. Bending through that left knee as that carriage comes back so we can stay low. Beautiful, nice control. Core stays switched on here. You are doing amazing. We are holding knee to our chest in just 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1. Hold that knee to chest, shoulders over wrists for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Well done. Let's drop those knees down to that carriage. Sit those glutes back to those heels, and let's reach those arms long. Sitting back to a little child's pose. Little gentle rock, right to left. Beautiful, let's carefully roll up. All right, that is us done for class today. Really well done. Let's carefully come to find a seat back on our box, facing towards our foot bar. Both feet down to that carriage. Let's pick up that left foot. We're going to bring it over our right knee, taking a release through those glutes. Gently push that left knee down towards the ground, very gently. Maybe coming to those right tippy toes, finding a deeper stretch. Big release. And then we'll carefully bring that left foot back down to that carriage. Let's lift that right foot up to our left knee. Again, very, very gently, just guide that right knee down towards that carriage, feeling that deeper stretch. And again, maybe lifting up to your left tippy toes. Well done. Right foot comes back down to that carriage. And let's reach those arms up, circling those arms up to the sky like we did at the start of class. And then exhale, circle them out wide. Let's keep left hand to the box, reach that right arm up and over. Feel that big release through the right side. Inhale, taking it to the other side. Right hand meets the box, left arm reaches up and over. Relaxing those shoulders. Inhale, lift it up. Final time, let's circle those arms up to the sky. And exhale, throw it all away. That is us done for class today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.